Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. It's Advent Tournament Day 3. Welcome to the Bourbon Van's 2023 Advent Whiskey Tournament, presented by Bull Run Distillery and their extensive award-winning line of craft spirits. Day 3 already!
2 more head-to-head matchups coming your way. Boy, the holiday season quickly approaching, and if I may draw your attention for 1 minute to this shirt, you're probably wondering, why does Phil look so good today?
I do wonder that.
It's this Bourbon Van merchandise. The link is below in our description of this video. You can always find all of the Bourbon Van apparel there. There's a ton of stuff there, lots of new things added this year. Just another way for you to support the channel if that's what you want to do. And if we happen to see you in the wild wearing Bourbon Van merchandise, fist bump.
Oh yeah, high fives and fist bumps. For sure.
If that sounds good to you, go ahead and head over to our store. And if not, let's just start drinking then. Today we have a matchup between whiskey number 6.
Nope.
No.
5 versus 20.
5 versus 20. Number 6 is coming later. So number 5 in this first glass, number 20 in this second glass. Is that right?
That is correct.
Fantastic. Well, no bottles to introduce. We have no idea what we're drinking. Let's get right to the nose. Tennessee.
What?
I think there's Tennessee here. I get a little bubblegum, little limestone, some light brown sugar.
A little floral.
Yeah. Now that I've coated the glass by doing this thing that I like to do.
I know, I see you doing this all of a sudden, and now I want to join in.
It seems I get more when I do that. You always say that you like the smell of an empty glass.
Good point.
And that kind of mimics it. Smells pretty good to me. A little proofy now that I rolled it around that way. We'll see if this one's got the same sort of vibe to it.
I feel like these are going to be a good matchup. They have similar noses. This one's just a little bit more pronounced, a little bit brighter.
Yeah. Huge thank you to Peach Coke, of course, again, for putting together these matchups. They both look like they're coating the glass nicely. They do have similar smells.
I didn't give any notes.
Yeah, I didn't either. Honestly, pretty similar. Brown sugar. Brown sugar seems to be the flavor of the day.
Day 3.
Cheers.
Ooh. Ooh.
You're doing the ooze over here.
I know.
Sound like a 50s band.
It was a little subtle, and then mid-palate, it was like cherry and vanilla and oak and I think a little bit of licorice, and then the finish came and went.
Kind of tastes like if there's a light peanuttiness there. Mm-hmm. Almost like an oil slick, the way that it coats the tongue.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting ride. Like, I was thinking at first, I was like, no, and then it just kind of almost like hit that high point and then came back down and just came in strong.
Yeah.
Missed my mouth.
It's a risky business, all this drinking.
Oh, there's that nuttiness. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of a nice nuttiness.
It's really well balanced. This is an interesting whiskey.
I like this one. There's a little honey. It's a sweet, like I'm gonna say honey roasted nuts. I don't think it really is honey roasted, but there's like a sweet nuttiness about it.
Yeah, good luck being offended by this whiskey. That drinks really nicely.
Yeah, and you know that I'm not the hugest fan of having too much nuttiness on this. This is lovely.
A lovely nuttiness. The Glass One story from the Bourbon Van.
I feel like that's weird.
Everything could be weird if you think about it hard enough. I'm going to cleanse the palate and go on to glass number 2.
I agree. Sometimes I spend too much time with glass number 1 and then I don't have anything left to come back to.
You do that a lot. Ready.
Set, go.
Don't rush me.
This one had a spike of cherry and also a little watermelon.
This one's definitely more fruity.
Yeah, definitely more fruity.
Oh, I feel like this one's just like gently like caressing my cheek, like whispering things in my ear. I feel like this whiskey's kind of cheating a little bit.
Oh no,
it's flirting with me.
It's flirting.
It's a very romantic whiskey. I feel like. I think maybe this one's got a little something extra on it.
Oh, nice.
I don't know who packaged this one up, but a little kiss of flavor there. It's very nice. It's very pleasant.
Very cute what you're saying right now.
I'm gonna have more.
There's some nice vanilla in here.
Nice brown sugar.
Some nice brown sugar.
I think it's peach.
Oh, do you think there's any tobacco in here? Because I'm getting kind of a dark tobacco note, but light. I said dark, but I mean like a light tobacco note. Gentle.
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely. Yeah, almost like a peach fruit leather, maybe. There's something earthy about this one that is tempering that sweetness, keeping it from getting too far ahead of itself.
Agreed. This one's warm, I think. Warmer.
Pretty nice. I like the way that this coats the tongue.
Yep.
Man, these are good matchups.
I know this is a good matchup. These have things that they have in common. They're different from each other, but
For sure.
it's a solid matchup between these two.
Yeah, and you're right about this one, the Kentucky Hug.
It came in late.
And neither one of these has anything offensive about it. It's not
No.
overly hot. Very nice little sippers here. These are both very nice.
Little sippers. I like that. Phil drinks more. I grab some water.
This is where we get out of sync a little bit because we're both going to drink these our own
get
way to
excited.
make our decisions.
Yeah. You said that glass number 2 had a bit of earthiness, and I was going to kind of say the same thing. There's a bit of mustiness that really tamps down the fruit sweetness on that one. Really helps balance it out. Mm-hmm. These are good ones.
They are good ones. There's a lot to like on each one of these.
Yep.
Very pleasant. Lovely whiskeys.
Mm-hmm.
I love not knowing anything about them. I have no preconceived notions whatsoever. It really, I keep saying this, it's making it harder and harder. I love it. Glass number 1, a little more brash.
Yep.
Glass number 2, more subtle. Cherry note is lingering now on glass number 2. I really like these for different reasons.
Yep.
I do like both of them. I have a decision here.
I'm ready as well.
On the count of 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Wow.
Same page.
Same page again. First matchup every day so far. Same page.
Oh, really?
I just
Should keep track of this.
I just like, it's not the brashness that I like, but it's a bold whiskey. There's big
Yes.
flavors there. On any given day, I could change my attitude on these two.
Yeah.
You know, on some days, I prefer that more muted, tamped down flavor. I just like the way that glass number 1 danced on my tongue.
Yep. And I can't disagree with anything that you just said. I liked it from the first sip to the last sip. It was just a really cohesive drink.
Mm-hmm.
It stood out to me.
Both of these very nice, very well balanced, but glass number 2 is out, and that means that whiskey number 20 has been eliminated. Let's find out what it was. Parting is such sweet sorrow. It really is.
We know that, you know.
People worked really hard on this. It makes me sad that these are getting bumped out so quickly, but that is how the game is played.
All right. This is a Rusty special.
Oh, Russ D, you
Sorry.
shouldn't have.
Oh, I'm kind of sad that it's eliminated. This is NULU Toasted Barrel Bourbon, 114 proof, 5-year.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is a good bottle. No
Yeah.
wonder it was so perfectly coating on the tongue. We really love those NULU bottles, and this is we haven't had a lot of the bourbon. We've had
No.
a bottle of the rye. That's all we've had.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Kind of a shame.
it's a bummer, and it's a surprise because
Yeah.
I know that that's not a cheap bottle, and I know that it's a very good whiskey. So
So it makes me wonder what's in glass number 1.
what a wild matchup this was. Very interesting, very fun, and stick around because we are going to have matchup number 2 right after this.
What's going to be fun about this is that everyone watching at home is like, they're crazy. How did they eliminate that?
No. We're probably not building up any sort of confidence whatsoever amongst our viewers.
Do you know who looks good in Bourbon Van apparel? You do. Go to thebourbonvan.com and gear up today. So we're back with matchup 6 versus 25.
This is 6 on the right here?
6
my
on the right.
Okay.
Yep.
Once again, nothing to introduce. No idea what these are. Here we go. These are some pretty dark whiskeys.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Smells like bourbon.
leathery.
Dark flavors, dark cherry, yeah, leather, oak. All those beautiful bourbon flavors in there.
This has really nice bourbon flavor.
Yeah.
Or bourbon aromas, I guess.
Still swirling.
I'm swirling. I can't help myself. I'm a swirler from way back. Okay, another interesting matchup here.
Yeah, this is going to be good. This second nose, I wonder if it's just the one that's in the second glass, but a little bit subtler. Subtler?
Sure.
It's hard to say subtle or
More subtle.
more. Oh, that's better. It's more subtle than the nose on glass number 1, but all those same flavors are present in this one.
Yeah, I would not be surprised based on the nose if these two were from the same producer.
That would be interesting considering they're from 2 different samples.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is an undertone of nuttiness on that I'm getting on this glass number 2.
Let's drink glass number 1.
Yay!
Do you want to cheers me?
I do.
You always want to cheers.
Man. Outstanding.
That's nice.
I just want to take a moment to just thank our Patreon community for these wonderful samples. The first 3 days have just been delicious. There's not been a clunker.
No, I'm feeling.
Wow, this one is yummy.
Right
I feel very loved. Yeah.
Ooh, this one to me tastes well aged. That it was pulled out of the barrel at the right time. This is a very nice whiskey.
I was just, as you were talking, I was sitting here thinking, I almost don't want to say anything because I just like it. I have nothing to say.
I mean, that's the tournament, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could say stuff about it, but it's very enjoyable. This is just really wonderful flavors.
Yeah.
Not a high proof point. At least it doesn't drink like it's at a high proof point.
Agreed.
It's an everyday. I could sit with this, and it makes me like.
This does not taste like an everyday whiskey to me. This tastes like a. Yeah, I paid a lot for this. I shouldn't drink it too often.
No, I didn't mean like.
And if it's not, then you know what the next whiskey you should buy off the shelf is.
Yeah, I didn't mean like it's not a daily drinker. I'm just saying that we could drink it every day if it was available. Because it does feel, I don't know. It's only one sip, so we'll see if it feels special.
I took a bigger sip that time. There's a real cold sensation on the tongue, which does, I think...
I always like that.
I think it contributes to that feeling of like, oh, this isn't very high proof, but it's still high flavor. Mm-hmm. So it could be higher proof than we're thinking, but that cold sensation really, tempers that heat.
I got
this is nice.
I got strawberry on this, some brown leather, nice oakiness.
I like that when you can taste a different type of leather. It's not just leathery.
Very flavorful. I'll be sad if this one gets eliminated.
I'm gonna save some. Move on to the next one.
Yeah, I want to drink it, so that's a problem. Glass number 2.
Well, it sure smells familiar.
Man, the melted caramel. I am getting a little nuttiness on here. I know we already did the nose, but the nose is more pronounced right now.
I don't like the smell of the glass itself. Let's see.
I feel like we need to get one of those sanitizer, like the bars
like we use for home brewing?
Yeah, probably something similar to that. Yeah.
I'm drinking this.
Yeah, it's good.
Come on.
There is honey on this one. There is, I'm getting like that honey roasted nuts, which I feel like pretty proud that I got that on the nose. Though when we reveal whatever bottle this is, eventually, probably no nuttiness in the palate.
Well, I'm not getting anything in the way of nuttiness here. I will say that this is a lot of vanilla, a boatload. And if there's two things I like, it's boatloads and vanilla.
You do like boats. You hate water, but you like boats.
I can't swim. This is what an amazing matchup. This is lovely. This is fantastic. They're both very, very good. I stumped you with that.
No.
Or you're just thinking.
Yeah, no, I'm always thinking, I'm a competitive person, so I'm already thinking, I'm tallying the points in my head. Woo! This one tastes warmer, though. Holy smokes, all of a sudden the heat kicked in. That Kentucky Hug, she's real. This one feels a little bit warmer than the other one. Or no?
I think you're right. It drinks a little hotter. It doesn't have the cool sensation.
Of course,
it might be the same proof, but one of them has that sensation, and the other one it doesn't have that cool sensation. So that's why I think it's hotter. Oh man, I like both of these, but I actually already think I have a decision. I'll go back and forth a couple of times here, but I have some confidence in what I like better right now.
I love it. I love confidence. I just did this like I was like, let's drink this again.
With a flourish.
What's fun about this is that you guys know what we're drinking, so you're probably out there going like, go for glass number X, and we have no idea, and I
or you're going, Phil's broken. What's wrong with him? How could he not taste the flavors? Why does he not know what he should be picking?
I know.
That'll be in the comments. It always is during the tournament.
This is the most excited I've been for this tournament, because we always try to do it blind, but because we
kind of know.
Even though the bottles were a mystery, like we knew what bottles were in there, this time we have no idea, and it really is a lot more fun.
It is a lot more fun. Yeah. I'm having a great time.
Yeah. I always have a good time.
Yeah. Good for you.
Not always, but probably always.
I think both of these are really well aged. I really do. Especially glass number 1. It's really showing some age here, I think. Interesting matchup. Peach Coke, you really did a bang up job.
I think I'm ready.
I'm gonna do one more sip.
Perfect.
All right, I have a decision. Are you ready?
I am ready.
1, 2, 3.
I love this one.
Both going with glass number 1.
I kind of feel bad for our glass number 2 because I loved that one so much.
Really similar sips, but glass number 2 wasn't as pleasant, didn't have that cooling sensation on the tongue. Glass number 1, I just thought was a more well-rounded, balanced sip, so just what I preferred right now.
Yeah, I loved the flavors of it. I also liked that it didn't overwhelm me with warmth. Sometimes I just don't want... I do find that barrel strength whiskeys add more flavor and are quite delicious, but sometimes you just want something, like you said, cooling, and that's how glass number 1 drank, and I liked it.
Glass number 1 did not drink like a strong barrel proof, that's for sure. You know what's crazy? In matchup number 1, we both chose the whiskey that was a little more brash. In matchup number 2, we went the complete opposite direction. There you go. Tastes change all the time, even within minutes of one another. Let's find out what was just eliminated. That was whiskey number 25.
I didn't expect to open so many envelopes the first 3 days, because last year we were pretty on the same page, and this year we kind of are, but we are splitting.
We are on the same page right now.
All right, these are from our wonderful friends, Eric and Ruby Hart. This is funny that we're eliminating. I can't believe you're eliminating
What is this?
ECBP A122, 120.8 proof, 12 year.
Oh, I did say it seemed well aged.
It was, yes, and that 120 proof definitely came through over the cooling sensation of glass number 1.
I'm going to say this, though. That did not drink at 120 proof. I might have guessed 110, maybe.
I probably would have gone like 105 if I was going crazy at a 5-sip.
What a matchup. I didn't recognize that as ECBP at all. I got no Heaven Hill notes. I got no chocolate, like milk chocolate, peanuts, raisins. I guess there's some of that
We're both
stuff
drinking
there.
it now because...
Wow. I cannot believe
there is
first round eliminated another Elijah Craig barrel proof. That's happened to me 2 straight years now, and it's breaking my heart.
Maybe you need to like take off the medal that says ECBP is my favorite, because you just keep pushing it aside.
I mean, I will say we went with the whiskey that was gentler, easier going this time around. We don't always do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Unbelievable.
ECBP went a couple rounds for me last year, so it actually went further for me last year than it did for you, which was very surprising.
Well, there you go. Whiskey number 20 and whiskey number 25 have been eliminated. NULU Toasted Barrel Bourbon and ECBP A122. Is that what that was?
A122. It feels like heartbreakers today. Those are both dynamite. I can't wait to find out what moved forward that beat these two.
Absolutely fantastic. Surprising day yet again. There you go. The end of day 3. We'll be back tomorrow with 2 more matchups. I honestly can't even believe what's happening here. The decimation is very real from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers. I think that they chose that because they thought you'd move it forward.
I've always been a disappointment.
Oh, that makes me sad. Delicious, though.